We are sometimes away by a mood of sadness that seems to have no cause. We wake up dispirited and listless. We lack hungry and direction. Everything loses its last, and the smallest challenge feels unfeasible heavy. We struggle to see the point of almost anything we are. As the doctors may tell us, in a state of severe depression, one of the strangest but most provocative insights about depression is to be found in the work of psychoanalysis. That the last of depression may not be about sadness. It's a kind of anger that has been unable to find expression. It has turned it on itself and made us sad about everything and everyone when we are in truth, deep down, angry only about certain specific things and specific people. It's only could understand and disappointed and rage more intimately we could. The theory holds. It isn't existent per as that has let us down. It's a few particular events and actors whose precise identity we have lost sight of. The theory at once begs the question how it's possible that we both profoundly angry and yet unaware about the case or direction of our unknowns. However, the lack of self-knowledge is in terms our self-mental function, but entirely surprising or anomalous. We can love deeply and yet struggle to explain exactly why something has set us off. We can find a landscape beautiful, a person charming, or a film nostalgia-inducing, without having any secure hold on the detailed machine. It's just around sadness and despair that we can strangers to ourselves, but there is another more pointed reason why we lose touch with our anger, because we have been taught, probably since early childhood, it isn't very nice to be angry. Anger values our image of ourselves as kindly and sympathetic people. It can be too painful to be guilt-inducing to acknowledge that we may feel furious and vengeful. What we are angry about may also sound absurd. Perhaps we have been hurt by the sort of thing that could be unhappy, because we imagine ourselves as strong and by being slighted by petty injuries which wound us just as seamlessly we might admit, and getting angry because as dangerous it's counterproductive, or else we might have lived for too long surrounded by people who never dared to raise their voices and bitterly swallowed every heart instead. The way out of this sort of depression is realized that this alternative isn't cheerfulness but mourning. Mourning is a useful word for indicates a focused kind of grief over identical kind of loss. As mourners, we turn boundless, unnamable sadness into much more specific hurt about the sibling who hooked us, the lover who betrayed us, the friend who lied. It isn't necessarily always an idea to get over the conflict people, but mulling over that happened and becoming conscious of the scale of this void rage and burden can decisively change our mood all the same. Life as a whole starts to appear more manageable and hopeful. We're never quite down with this business of knowing our minds.